Hey everyone, it is me, Asha C. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here for episode, I think four or five, not four. I'm here for episode 6 of Rap Talk. Thank you guys so much for watching and just tapping in with me today. So let's get into it because it's a lot of things that's going on in the music industry. So first, I gotta say that I love when celebrities participate. That is bothering me and that is very ghetto, but don't mind it. But I love when celebrities participate in Halloween. Like, it's so cool to see them dress up and just, just kind of like be regular people for once. You know what I mean? So I think my favorite, like my honorable mentions are Jada Waiter and her son Loyal. They went as Mummy and Son. Lil Nas X as Ice Spice. I think that was hilarious. Cardi B as Marge Simpson was so cute. Like it was a really dope concept. Nicki Minaj as Cinderella, and she and her husband and her son, they did Honey I Shrunk the Kids, but instead it's like Honey I Shrunk Pop, or I don't know, some pop, but it was so adorable. Like, I loved it. It was so freaking cute. Lotto is the Corpse Bride, and they're like my favorite, like, honorable mentions. Like, I love them costumes were so cute. Like, I feel like my costumes could be dope, but I'm just broke. I'm just broke. But speaking of like Halloween and the festivities, I want to talk about Two Bit from Power. His name is Michael Ferguson, and the Joker, aka Diddy. They got into like a little scuffle and altercation. I'm gonna play the clip for you. Now, I really, in my opinion, I feel like it was just a big misunderstanding, and I genuinely feel like Michael, he didn't know that was Diddy, but then when he probably like kept hearing the voice, he was probably like, oh, and then they ended up hugging it out and all that stuff. It was honestly really stupid. So I'm just like, dang, too bit about it in real life. I know that's right. Honestly, Kanye has really done a number on us. He's done so much. Like, he's just ruined and sabotaged every single thing. Like, every business deal, he could forget about it. He made anti-Semitic comments and he offended the Jewish community. That caused Balenciaga, Gap, Vogue, Adidas to cut ties with him. Now, specifically Adidas, they issued out a statement and said Adidas does not tolerate Semitism and any other sort of hate speech. Ye's recent comments and actions have been unacceptable, hateful, and dangerous, and they violate the company's values, diversity, inclusion, mutual respect, and fairness. The statement reads, after a thorough review, the company has taken the decision to terminate the partnership with Ye immediately and production of Yeezy branded products and stop all payments to Ye and his companies. Adidas will stop the Adidas Yeezy's business with immediate effect. Continuing on, this is expected to have a short-term negative impact up to 250 million, it looks like euros, on the company's net income in 2022, given the high seasonality of the fourth quarter. Adidas is the sole owner of all design rights to existing products as well as previous and new colorways under the partnership. In a nutshell, in more simpler terms, Adidas is like, yo, we could bite the bullet and we will like just have to just suck it up and cut our losses, but Ye is bad for business and we can't have that from a branding aspect. And I genuinely understand. And then Kanye got kicked out of his son's soccer game and then something else by Skechers. Like, Kanye has honestly done a number, and it's like he doesn't really feel sorry for anything that he's done. Also, Def Jam even let him go too. I really want to do like a deep dive on the good music and what it could have been, but I'll probably say that for a later date. With Kanye, I've seen a lot of arguments like Scotty Beam tweeted, if only like anti-black type of statements got this same type of treatment. And we have to understand that Black people, African Americans, we don't really have that much say so and power when it comes to a corporate entity type of sense. We don't own an Apple, you know, we don't have that big of an impact yet. We do have a big impact in culture, but financial in a corporate sense, we just don't. Companies like Adidas and Balenciaga, they take the approach that, hey, if it's not affecting me, I don't really care. You know, he's offending his own people. That has nothing to do with me. But once you attack the Jewish community and once you attack just other, you know, people, other races, could you give me like 10 minutes?
Huh?
Can you give me like 10 minutes? I'm recording.
Oh, I
What's
was
the
gonna show you that.
So I just feel like with the whole Kanye West thing, it's a sad case, but honestly, he's done it to himself, and I genuinely don't feel bad. I have no sympathy for Kanye West at this point. It's just like you've really like burned all your bridges with the black community, with the Jewish community, but man's is done, but he'll be okay. Ashanti goes on the Angie Martinez podcast and she kind of speaks her piece and breaks her silence on the whole thing with Irv Gotti. So if you don't know, Irv Gotti, Ashanti, Ja Rule, all on this label called Murder Inc. And they made hits back in the day. And so Irv Gotti went on Drink Champs with Ja Rule. Drink Champs is a platform that Noriega and DJ Effin host. Give legends in the music industry, specifically rap, R&B, their flowers, and just, you know, let them know that they're forever like appreciated. And so Irv went on that platform and exposed Ashanti and exposing their alleged relationship, saying that, you know, he had sexual relations with her, and saying that her hit song Happy came about after he slept with her. And so Ashanti never said anything. However, she did get on the Gotta Move On song with Diddy, the remix, and she kind of threw a little shade. It was classy, and I could appreciate it. She went on Angie Martinez's podcast in real life, and just some of the cliff notes. She called Irv Gotti selfish for his statement. She did see the Drink Champs episode. She was hurt by his behavior. She said it was very obnoxious. She even said that he had feminine qualities. I was like, ooh. And in my opinion, I feel like something did happen between them. However, Irv can't seem to get over it. And the thing is that Irv Gotti had a whole wife at the time. I just feel like Ashanti, of course, was young, but at the same time, she knew what she was doing. But in my opinion, allegedly, I feel as though it was literally just like a sexual relationship, and then that's it, and then that's it. That's all it was. And so Ashanti even debunks the Irv Gotti story on how the song Happy came about. She was actually with her family. She never denied anything that happened between them. But it was probably a one-night stand type of vibe, and she wanted to keep it casual, but Irv Gotti just was butthurt about everything. So honestly, it was a sad situation, and it's very immature of Irv Gotti to do. And there was so much that she touched on in the interview. However, I gotta commend Ashanti on her grace, her class. She's dope. Like, I can say that she's had so much longevity in the music industry for so long. Like, I mean, though she's not as big as she was in the 2000s, we still respect her. We still gonna bump her music. And if she goes on tour today, it's gonna do great. Like, she's gonna do numbers. And she even has a new single, and it's pretty good too. So I'm really happy and excited to see this new era and this new chapter of Ashanti. So speaking of new releases and new music, it's so much good music that has been coming out, but I specifically want to get into the R&B category. Okay, so BabyFace has a new album and it's called Girls Night Out. So he collaborated with different R&B singers of this generation. You had Queen Naija, Coco Jones, Tank, Seven Streeter, Doechii, like and LMA. Like, that album, I feel like the album was a 10 out of 10. And BabyFace single-handedly just like saved R&B. It was literally, R&B was not in a bad state. It wasn't in a bad state at all. However, it's something that P. Diddy said, and I'm gonna insert it like right here.
Shit on anybody. I'm only here to elevate. You know what I'm saying? And when I was saying that, I'm talking about the resources.
System.
I wasn't talking about like, yo, the singers are bad. I was like, you could have the hottest R&B record and nobody will know because there's not enough playlists. There's not enough money to really present you in the right way as a superstar. You can't make videos to compete with hip hop artists, and also making an R&B song of quality takes a longer time than hip hop. Great young artists that are out here, and I don't just represent 90s R&B. Like I can make anything and make it modern. So I'm excited for y'all to hear the new sound. But of course I couldn't go and do it without the young artists. I couldn't do it without Summer Walker. I couldn't do it without Jacquees. You know what I'm saying? I can't say everybody's name.
Let me read it for you.
Nah.
So P. Diddy was on the Breakfast Club, and he mentioned that the reason why R&B doesn't like pop the way it should is because they don't have mentorship. They don't have proper guidance. I feel like when it comes to R&B, people are always chasing this nostalgia sound, when in reality, they need to create a new sound that's contemporary, fitting with the times, and that's good quality music. And who best to be on a project like this but Babyface. Babyface has worked with literally everybody. Like, he makes amazing music. What I really loved about the album was that it was a hint of nostalgia. And each song fit each singer's sound. So he had an Afrobeat artist, and the song was Afrobeat, and it fit her vibe and fit her sound, And it was very contemporary. It was very classic. I gotta say, my honorable favorites on it was Game Over with Queen Naija, Simple featuring Coco Jones, and they just released the music video. Bomb. I love what Coco Jones is doing. Whatever featuring Tank, G-Wagon, 7th Streeter, and of course Girls Night Out with Doechii. Again, Babyface sounds amazing. I think he's really got the idea, and he's like the model that a lot of the but a lot of the 90s and early 2000 producers should follow. Hey, instead of trying to repackage and recreate a sound, why not take a little bit of the old, take a little bit of the new, and create something different and that fits into the time? So 10 out of the 10 albums. So more music that has came out. For the Night is Chloe Bailey's single featuring Latto. I gotta say, I really love the song. However, I just don't think Latto was necessarily needed. I feel as though Chloe has had strong singles on her own and doesn't necessarily need a feature, because you have about 4 songs, no album. Like, you don't really need it. Like, literally, she has Parkwood, Beyonce backing her up. She's good. But Latto still carried and did her thing, and the video was cool too. It wasn't anything like spectacular, but it was good, and she looked great. Love it. And the long-awaited song in return, Lift Me Up by Rihanna. That is a song featured on the Black Panther Marvel movie soundtrack, and I gotta say that it was a very beautiful song. Some people didn't like it, but you have to understand that, it's an ode and a tribute to the late Chadwick Boseman. And I just loved it. It was really beautiful. I'm really excited to hear this new era of music from Rihanna. She is headlining the Super Bowl, and I'm just so excited. Like, she's been selling Avon for a minute, but I'm really happy that she's back. Last but not least, SZA finally releases the video and the single, the full version of the song, Shirt, and it got 10 million streams on Spotify, and the song literally came out on Friday. The song was literally going up on TikTok, and people were just making funny memes to it, and I just feel like that is so dope, how music is able to resurface on TikTok, and it's like a new resurgence of it. Like, it's so cool for that to just happen. But I gotta say, I'm not too crazy about the song. It's cool. I really love the video. It had like a nice little cinematic, aspect to it. It had Lakeith Stanfield in it. So I don't know. I'm here for SZA and acting. But that is it for this episode of Rap Talk. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye.